students, welcome back to our science class. Hope you all fine. I am very much happy that we have successfully completed our first term and now we are entering into our second term. So this is your science book, okay? Second term science book. And you have 3 lessons. The first lesson is food, second lesson water, and the third lesson plants. So for this second term, you have 3 lessons. First lesson food, second lesson water, and third lesson plants. Now we are going to learn the first lesson, that is food. Okay. So before learning, you are going to learn about the objectives. Okay. So after learning this lesson, you will be understand about the differentiate between raw and cooked food. You can able to differentiate raw food and cooked food and understands the different methods of cooking, and you will be learning about methods of cooking in this lesson. The third point, describe the different types of cooking utensils. You will be learning about different types of cooking utensils. And the next one, identify hygienic food. You will be able to identify hygienic food and the food you are going to eat during illness. Okay. And the last one, explain the importance of not wasting food. So after reading this lesson, you will be able to understand all these things. Okay. First, introduction. Food is one of the basic needs of life. We get energy for all our activities from food. Food obtained from the nature provides all the nutrients to our body. But seeing the advertisement, we are attracted towards junk food. In this lesson, we will study about food items that are good for our health, cooking methods, and the importance of not wasting food. Okay. So as we have learned before, food is one of the basic needs of our life. Without food, we cannot live. Okay. So we will be doing many activities, right? We will be walking, we will be jumping, we will be running. So for all those activities, we need energy. So from where do we get energy? We get energy from food. Okay, so food is one of the basic needs of our life. Food is the only thing which gives energy. Okay, so food obtained from the nature provides all the nutrients to our body. So we will get food from nature, right? So those food, it provides all the nutrients to our body. For example, carbohydrates, proteins. So these are the nutrients we need to our body. Okay, but seeing the advertisement, what we will be doing? We will be attracted towards junk food, right? So in nowadays, children always like junk food. So this is because of the advertisement. Okay, so we are getting attracted towards junk food. So in this lesson, we will study about food items that are good for our health. Okay, and the cooking methods and the importance of not wasting food. We should not waste our food. Okay, so there are many people without food, right? So, but we are blessed, we are having food. So we should not waste our food. Okay, the first Roman letter we are going to learn about food. Okay, so this is homework for you. You are going to identify the food items from plants and food items from animals. You are going to separate this. We are going to separate this food items from plants and food items from animals, and you are going to write. Okay. For example, carrot. Carrot, from where do we get carrot? We get carrot from plants, right? So write carrot in the first line. Okay. The next food items from animals, egg. We get egg from hen. So egg comes under food items from animals. The next, coconut oil. Coconut oil comes from plants, right? Coconut tree. So this, it comes under food items from plants. And milk. Where do milk comes from? Milk comes from animals. So this milk you have to write in this box. Okay, so this is your homework. You have to complete this, and I will be asking about this in Zoom class. Okay, turn the page. in our daily life, we depend on plants and animals for our food, right? So in our daily life, we need food and we depend food on plants and animals. So some can be eaten raw, but most of them need to be cooked. So we can able to eat both the cooked food and the raw food. Some food we can be eaten raw itself, but most of the food we need to cook and we need to eat. Let's see what food can be eaten raw and which one needs cooking. Okay, so first one, raw food. So raw food, first before getting into the raw food and cooked food, you need to understand about the difference between raw food and the cooked food. Okay, so what is raw food? Raw food means uncooked food. What is raw food? Raw food means uncooked food, whereas cooked food means it is just opposite to the raw food. We will be cooking and we are not eating this food without cooking. Okay, so raw food is uncooked food and cooked food is different from the raw food. We are cooking and eating that. Okay, so first we are getting into raw food, that is uncooked food. Okay, say along with me, raw food, that is uncooked food. Food that we eat directly without cooking is called raw food. Okay, so all those food which we are eating without cooking are known as raw food. For example, fruits, vegetables, here we can see the pictures, right? Fruits, vegetables, tubers, nuts. All these foods are raw food because we can eat this fruit without cooking. Okay, what are the examples of raw food? Fruits, vegetables, tubers and nuts. So this raw food and cooked food we have learnt in the previous term itself, right? In the first term itself, we have learnt this raw food and cooked food. So the examples of raw foods are fruits, vegetables, tubers and nuts. So we eat fruits, some vegetables, tubers and nuts in the raw form. So this food we are not cooking, we are eating in raw form. So this comes under raw food. Some pulses and cereals are also eaten as raw food. We are eating some pulses and cereals as raw. So this pulses and cereals also, it comes under raw food. All raw food must be washed with clean water before eating. So what and all we are eating, all the raw foods, we are going to wash that raw food with a clean water. Why? To kill the germs. To wash out the germs, we are going to wash it with the clean water before eating. I want everyone to wash and eat. Okay. So some of the raw food items are given below. As we have learned before, fruits, vegetables, tubers and nuts. Okay. So let us do. Arrange some fruits, vegetables, nuts and tubers on the table and ask each student to pick one food item. Based on what food item they choose, divide them into 4 groups. Okay, let's do one activity. Okay, in Zoom class, I'm going to do an activity. You're going to take either raw food or cooked food in your hand and you're going to show me and you're going to tell whether it is raw food or cooked food. Okay, it is your wish. You can take either raw food or cooked food. Okay, next. Shall we make some salad? Now we are going to make some salad. Collect some raw food items available in your locality. So first what you are going to do, you are going to collect some raw food. Okay, clean them with fresh water. So first what we have to do, we have to clean it with fresh water. Cut them into small pieces. So after cleaning it with fresh water, you are going to cut it into small pieces. Okay, so in the case of nuts and all, we can keep it in the whole form. Okay, don't need to cut. Put them in a bowl, then add salt, spices and mix it well. Enjoy a tasty salad. Okay, so first what you are going to do, you are going to take some raw foods. Any raw foods, your wish. You are going to take some raw food. You are going to wash it with a clean water, then cut it into small pieces and you are going to put it in a bowl, then add salt, then spices and mix it with spoon. Okay, you are going to add salt and spices and mix it well and enjoy your tasty salad. Okay, so next, take the next page, cooked food. So the first we learnt about raw food. Now we are going to learn about cooked food. Okay, we cannot eat all the food items in raw form, right? We cannot eat all the food items in raw form. For example, we cannot eat rice in raw form, right? We are going to cook that rice and eat. We cannot eat all the food in raw form. Food that needs to be processed using heat before it can be eaten is called cooked food. Okay, what is cooked food? Food that needs to be processed using heat before it can be eaten is called cooked food. Okay, we are going to process that food using heat. Okay, so those food are known as cooked food. Why should we cook food? What is the reason to cook food? Yes, here are some points. Cooked food is digested easily. Okay, so cooked food helps us to digest easily. Then cooking softens the food materials. So if we cook the food, it will be very soft to eat. Then cooking kills germs. So if the food items are with germs, it can be easily killed by cooking. Okay, and cooking adds taste and flavor to food. So we can add many flavors to the food if we cook and eat. Okay, for example, here we have meals, rice and many side dishes, and here we have avial, and here we have, what is this? Okay, I'm going to find out this and you are going to tell me. Okay, next try to answer. Write any 5 raw and cooked food. You are going to write any 5 raw foods and cooked foods. Okay, so this one is homework for you. In page number 59, try to answer. This is homework for you. And in page number 57, this tabular column, let us do. And this is homework for you. So I'm going to check in Zoom class. The next Zoom class, I'm going to check this. So be ready with your homework. Okay. So and I am going to give another homework. You are going to read all this line. You are going to read one by one, and you are going to find out some important new words. Okay, you are going to find out some new words and write it in your rough note. I will be checking in Zoom class. Thank you, students.